At just 25 years old, Mikey Madison has done what many actors spend a lifetime chasing, winning an Oscar for Best Actress.
To Mikey Madison.
Women that I've had the privilege of meeting from that community has been one of the highlights of.
But what made her performance in Anora so powerful that it captivated audiences and critics alike? And how did this relatively low-profile actress rise to the top so quickly?
This role, I had to do a lot of pole training and listening to people, going to clubs, listening to the girls and how they speak.
Mikey Madison's journey into acting wasn't the typical Hollywood story. Born and raised in the San Fernando Valley, she initially had no plans of becoming an actress. In fact, she was an avid equestrian growing up and thought she might pursue competitive horseback riding. But fate had other plans. At just 16 years old, Madison landed her first major role in FX's critically acclaimed series Better Things, where she played the rebellious daughter of Pamela Adlon's character.
I opened up an IRA account. Yeah, I put 10% of every paycheck I make.
Her raw, natural acting style caught the attention of industry insiders, opening the door to bigger opportunities. Soon after, she secured a role in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Playing the unpredictable Manson family member, Susan Sadie Atkins. Though her screen time was limited, her intense, fiery performance in the film's final act made a lasting impression. She then stepped into the horror genre with Scream 5, proving she could handle both indie dramas and major studio franchises. But despite these successes, Madison remained relatively under the radar, until Anora changed everything. The role of Annie in Anora. The role that propelled Mikey Madison to Oscar glory was unlike anything she had done before. In Anora, she plays Annie Mikiva, a New York City exotic dancer whose life takes an unexpected turn when she impulsively marries the son of a wealthy Russian oligarch. What starts as a whirlwind romance quickly spirals into chaos as cultural and financial tensions between her and her husband's powerful family escalate. Directed by indie filmmaker Sean Baker, Anora is an unfiltered look at class struggles, identity, and survival. The film's raw storytelling and documentary-style cinematography made it feel almost too real at times, something that resonated deeply with audiences. But while the film itself was widely praised, it was Madison's fearless, deeply emotional performance that truly stole the show. Critical acclaim and awards season. When Anora premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, it didn't just receive a standing ovation, it won the festival's highest honor, the Palme d'Or. Critics immediately began predicting Oscar buzz for Madison, and the momentum only grew as awards season kicked into full gear. She dominated at the Independent Spirit Awards and won Best Actress at the BAFTAs, solidifying her status as a serious contender. What made her performance stand out wasn't just the intensity she brought to the role, but the way she made Annie feel heartbreakingly real. Madison had taken a character that could have easily been one-dimensional and turned her into someone audiences couldn't look away from. The Oscar win. By the time the Academy Awards arrived, Mikey Madison had already become the frontrunner for Best Actress, but she was up against some serious competition, including Hollywood veteran Demi Moore, who was making her own career comeback. When her name was finally announced as the winner, the look of shock on Madison's face said it all. As she walked up to the stage, the room erupted in applause, with fellow nominees like Moore giving her a standing ovation. In her emotional acceptance speech, Madison thanked director Sean Baker for believing in her, as well as the cast and crew of Anora for pushing her to new heights as an actor. Even Demi Moore, who had been nominated in the same category, personally congratulated Madison after the ceremony, telling her she couldn't wait to see what she did next. Madison's approach to the role. So, what made her performance in Anora so unforgettable? Madison fully immersed herself in the role, dedicating months to understanding the reality of women in Annie's profession. She worked closely with real-life dancers, learning not just the physical aspects of the job, but the emotional and psychological complexities as well. Despite being naturally introverted, Madison was fearless on screen, bringing raw intensity to every scene. She later admitted in interviews that some of the film's most challenging moments pushed her to emotional extremes she had never experienced before. But rather than shy away, she leaned into that discomfort, making her portrayal of Annie all the more authentic. Public persona and future prospects. Unlike many rising stars, Mikey Madison isn't one for social media fame. In fact, she doesn't even have an Instagram account. While other actors use platforms like TikTok and Twitter to stay in the public eye, Madison prefers to keep a low profile, letting her work speak for itself. This mystery surrounding her only adds to her appeal. Fans and industry insiders alike are eager to see what she does next. Will she continue down the path of indie films? Or will Hollywood's biggest directors start vying for her next big role? One thing is certain, after Honora, Mikey Madison is no longer just an actress to watch. She's already arrived. From her early TV roles to winning Hollywood's biggest award, Mikey Madison's journey is proof that true talent speaks for itself. Without flashy social media or constant public appearances, she's let her performances do all the talking. But with an Oscar now under her belt, what's next for this rising star? Will she continue to take on daring, unconventional roles, or has Honora set the stage for an entirely new era in her career? Let us know what you think in the comments.